Veronica, host of the Veronica Harris Show, and I'm with...
Gregory Harris, co-MVP here.
Where's your energy?
What?
Where's your energy?
Come on, Veronica, let's go.
We got to have our energy for our guest here today.
Energy's here, let's go.
All right, well, we have our great guest here, and we have Josephus and Noah Lyles. They are brothers, yay, and they go to T.C. Williams, and what is so special about them, besides them being brothers, siblings, because we're siblings as well, is that they are Olympic hopefuls. Yes, so that's why, that's why you're not here, but, we want to tell you a story. That's one of the reasons why you're here, because we want to tell you a story. So let me tell you about Josephus, because there is a lot to tell. So modest. So Josephus, a 12th grade national champion in 60 meters in 2016, national champion in 400 meters 2015, national champion in the 400 meters 2014, silver medalist in the 400 meters World Youth Championships, bronze medalist 200 meters World Youth Championships, has competed for the USA in Cali, Colombia, Cuba, and the World Junior Championships in Oregon. Okay. That was long, but it's not over. Let me talk about your brother Noah, also a 12th grader. Broke the national record in the indoor 200 meters this year. I saw that race. National champion 200 meters indoor 2016 and 15. National champion 100 meters outdoor 100 meters rather. Junior Pan Am gold medalist in the 200 meters, Junior Pan Am silver medalist in the 100 meters. You also have competed for the USA in Cuba, China, Ukraine, and Canada. And you've also been on the cover of Track and Field News. I used to read that all the time when I was in college because we wanted to see where we ranked. Are we making it to nationals? Are we going to get there?
So he was on the cover?
On the cover.
I've never been on the cover of anything before.
What you been in? Were you in Sports Illustrated?
I wasn't on the cover, though.
But you was in Sports
Man, you was on the cover. Yeah. All right.
I was in Sports Illustrated, too. Hey, we twinning.
Okay.
Well, we are siblings, and we all come from a family of sports. You guys both do track. Yes. I did track, you did basketball, but let's find out what got you into track. Like, how did you get there? How did the journey start? How did you start running?
It was crazy. When we were little kids, our parents ran track, so they would take us all these track meets. Honestly, didn't like them at all. It was hot, long, boring.
Well, hold on. First of all, hold on. Let's back up a little bit. That's how I actually know you, because your mom actually ran with me. We ran together at Seton Hall University. So you came along way after that, but you didn't like the track meets.
Not at all. Ooh, 7 years old, 5 years old, going to these track meets. Mom, can we leave? Mom, can we leave now? How much longer, Mom? She'd be like, 3 more VeggieTale episodes.
So that's how she did it for you.
We used to measure time in TV shows. So.
Okay.
So, didn't really like it that much. We played all these other sports, basketball, baseball, swimming, all this stuff. And then about 10, 11, 12 years old, around that time, tried track. My dad was actually my coach. Mm-hmm. He had me in the 400 and the 800s, and I hated it.
I must say, everybody who ran, actually, back up again, I knew your dad. We all 3 of us ran at Seton Hall University. And honestly, we were all quarter milers. Anybody who's ever run a quarter mile, nobody loves it. Nobody loves running it.
No, it's funny because I actually didn't have a problem with the 400. I could take a couple 400s.
Okay.
It was the 800. My dad tried to throw me in the 800. He swore I was an 800 runner. Yeah, just you're a good 400, 800 runner. Get out there. You're gonna be so. Dad, I don't want to run the 800. I'm pretty sure you're a 400, 800 runner. Dad, I definitely don't want to run the 800. Get out there and run that 800. I'm done with this. So I quit.
Well, you were actually an 800 runner, and then
I was an 800 runner.
And you retired. By the time they started, he retired at the age. Well, he started when he was 6, but when he turned 12, he said, "Mom, I've been running half my life. I'm retiring."
Burned out.
He went on to basketball.
Life. Yeah.
So he retired. So Noah, what got you into it? What was your interest?
It's actually the same way. Me and Josephus, we'd kind of do everything together. All these sports, basketball, and we're talking about swimming and gymnastics, and we did all these sports together. And so we did like really close neck, and we went into it, and that's kind of actually where we pretty much split up, because as Josephus quit, I went on with it.
Okay.
And I actually wasn't a sprinter. I was not a sprinter at all. I was okay runner, but I wasn't winning everything, and I was a jumper. I was a high jumper. I still am a high jumper, but
That's
I was
right.
exactly
You are a high jumper. What's your highest height that you've cleared?
6'8".
Wow. And you talk about, I'm not a high jumper. Hello, wow.
No,
Now, how does that
definitely still
translate
high.
to basketball? So you can dunk a basketball?
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
From the free throw line?
I don't know about that one. That's a different type of bounce right there.
Okay. All
But
right.
you probably got more ups than you.
See, that's why I wish I'd have kept running track, because that'd have helped my, my vertical leap, and I'd have been,
Jumping high.
world's best dunker. I'd have stayed with it.
Up in there in the dunking contest.
Y'all burnt me out, man. Y'all got me started too early. See, I was like, I was 6 years old, and I had to go every track meet she was at, but I was just running around outside, and they kept throwing me in races.
Nobody know. He went there. Nobody threw him anywhere. Nobody threw him
The problem
anywhere.
I had with track and field is, if I didn't win, I couldn't blame nobody.
Because you ain't got no
a
team.
basketball game. I'm saying, man, they ain't passed me the ball. That's why we lost. But if I lost the race, wasn't nobody to blame.
Man, they ain't
What
passing the baton.
Well, they dropped the baton.
You know what? It ain't even get to me. You guys need to work on that.
That's why we have trust issues. That's on you.
And that's what I like about y'all track athletes, man. Y'all lose and y'all just take it. Y'all just, I'm not good enough.
not as easy as it sounds, but
Yeah. You definitely have to come back and get stronger. You can't go in with the mindset of, I lost, so I'm just going to stop. You definitely have to get back on it and start grinding harder.
So let's talk about grinding harder. So when did you guys obviously become the Olympic hopefuls that you are? Because I've been following you guys on Facebook. Your mom does a great job of, letting us know your exploits, and that's how I've been following you guys. So when did you know you guys had it? When did it start coming around for you?
Definitely about 8th grade going into 9th grade. That's when I started getting more serious about track. Noah got into sprinting more, and I remember going to the Junior Olympics, AAU Junior Olympics or whatever, and we were there, and it was my first year going, and I was doing well, and I was actually I was supposed to win the whole thing. I didn't win.
For the 400.
Don't get me wrong, I didn't win. I was very upset.
Aw,
But
okay.
I went there and I went in it with this mindset, and I was like, I'm this old and I'm doing this, so when I'm this old, I could be doing this, and by 2016 I might be able to go. I'm gonna go to the Olympics, which was it's a crazy idea, saying I'm 12, 13 years old, talking about I'm gonna go to the Olympics when I'm 17 or 18, and that's so many seconds away, and that's years away, and time difference and everything. But I was like, I can do this and do this and do this, and we have that goal in our head. Start, grinding, getting better, getting older, getting taller, all this stuff. And now, it's coming that time, and it's looking, Olympic time, 2016, we there.
It is looking pretty good. What about for you? When did you know that, hey, I got it?
Well, I definitely thought I was going to go to the Olympics for high jump. What you see is a little, let everybody know, we were actually in the hotel watching the Olympic opening ceremonies when we came up with this idea, and we were going through this math, and we were talking about it. It's like, yo, that's going to be us. We going to be doing that. And, it's telling our parents, and they're just like, okay, that's a nice dream. Me and Josephus over here like, no, that's the dream.
Okay.
That's what we're doing. So, that's really when I thought I was going to be a high jumper, but when I started running more, I was just like, I think I'm really going to do it for the 200. And going into 9th grade year, that's just when I knew that this is something that I'm definitely going to be doing.
Now, you said the 200. I mean, you mentioned that more than once. Do you consider yourself a 200-meter specialist, or are you just a sprinter?
It's kind of hard to say. I like to be a 200-meter specialist, but I can go both ways. I'm a very good 100-meter runner, and when I need to be, or when they throw me in there, I am a good 400 runner. My coach jokes, and Josephus joke around with me, and he's like, "You can definitely be one of the best 400 runners if you want to be." And I'm like, "Yeah, if I want to be."
Keyword if.
Exactly.
And I want to. So what about you? So you like now the 400? Is there anything else you do besides the 400? Or you just consider yourself a 400-meter specialist?
Well, I did win the national national championship in the 60. Which,
Oh, that's right.
Noah hasn't even done. So
Now that's a pretty big gap. I mean, because I was a 400-meter runner too.
I'm sorry. What? You ran the exact same time I ran. When oh wait, oh yeah, I didn't win.
He said, oh, wait, I was like, you do it. Okay, but that's a pretty, now I know, especially because for us, those that don't know, 400 meters is once around the track. 60 meters, that's a little
Very
bit,
short, yeah.
very short. I mean, especially for tall guys with long legs, I mean, that's like, you're starting a couple steps and it seems like it's almost over. But if you're looking at indoor races, because that's the only way you see the 60 meters, that's the little runway that they have down the middle. So how do you go from a 4, and especially indoors, the 4 is 2 laps. How do you, get your mind right to go from 2 laps to I'm only going to go this little like runway down the middle?
It's very interesting. Literally last year, I found out that I had a little bit of speed for the 55. Like I had a great start, and it's crazy for tall people to have like good starts. But last year I found out I had like a very good start, but my speed and my transitions weren't there for me to be like a really good 60 runner. So I stayed to the 400 more. But then this year, just like a lot of things came into place. With weightlifting more and everything like that, I definitely like developed more, and I got this newfound speed. So this year I was running a 400 also, but I came down to the 60 and I was kicking butt. So
So I mean, people go, oh man, now he got to come down to the 60. Why can't he just go up there? Why he got to come down here for us little races? Why can't he stay up there with the big races?
I mean, Noah was my main competition, and I had to race him pretty much every week. So it was really interesting, and it's always fun to. Well, it's actually a funny story. See, Noah being like the true sprinter, but the only thing I've ever beat him in is a 60.
Is there something about that race or something?
It's too short for me.
But you're the sprinter.
Yeah, but
And
it takes me a good minute to start going. You'll see me
But you're a sprinter.
You will see me catching him at the end of the race.
Hold on, that doesn't make sense. You say it takes me a while, but you're the sprinter. Like you got to get there quicker.
Sprinter is such a general term. Josephus is also a sprinter.
That's
we
true,
are all
he
sprinters,
is.
and just like we were saying, we can go up and down. We have a wide range of sprinting talent.
Okay, well, all right, if you say so. But all right, but you guys go to a pretty special school too. I mean, not special, no, it's different, but it's T.C. Williams. And for those of you that don't know, remember the Titans, one of my favorite movies. But I mean, it's pretty special in that it has a great history. I mean, as far as like, in terms of civil rights, integration, and a lot of people don't know that. Do you find that people say, hey, you went to the school, remember the Titans?
Definitely get that sometimes, especially if I just say like, oh yeah, our school is remembering times. Everybody's like, oh, like that's crazy. Oh my gosh. Everybody's kind of going crazy. And then, it's kind of cool because some of the people who actually were like like were in the movie or like, they work, they work at the school. So, sometimes, it's a cool like clash of history because you have like these old heads and they know like all this information they've done. So much stuff, and you have like the little kids that are coming up, and you're like, oh, like that's you, oh, you're PD, oh, like it's crazy.
So
Since y'all talking about football, let me jump in here really quickly for a second. Now, that speed y'all talking about, that translate over to football? Can you return kicks? Are you a kick returner?
All right.
They ask you to return kicks for your school?
I'll put it like this. Our mom wants us doing nothing with football because of concussions, mainly.
CTEs, right.
Now,
Yeah.
there is a difference between speed and quickness, which a lot of football players have. You guys do the 40-yard dash. We don't do that.
Excuse me, thank you very much. I can't tell you how many times 40 football players will come to me and say, what's your 40 time? I was like, excuse me, we don't do the 40.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's
Like that's
as
cute.
a track runner,
That's
that is
cute.
very annoying.
Yes, that is very
And that's a little
offensive.
cute thing you guys do over there, but we running over here.
Yes, that's very offensive to us track runners.
I'm not gonna lie and say like football players are slow. Don't get me
Exactly.
wrong,
I ain't gonna say so. You quick. You definitely quick.
And a lot of them have speed, like and they can go on the track and run fast.
But they cannot complete a track workout.
I don't know about all that.
They cannot.
No. We have a couple.
cannot.
We have
I was
a.
gonna say,
y'all got
come
some
over
quickness
here and
too,
run the
don't you know?
400 with me.
We got some quickness. I've never tested it out on the football field. Probably won't, but I got a little bit of quickness.
See, I mean, I don't know if y'all know or not, but you can go out in the combine, run a 4.2, and somebody's picking you up.
That's true. It's like, it's not the NFL, but it's called the National Combine. Because actually, Odell Beckham's cousin
Right.
was like a.
I'm gonna start training and get my 40 time down.
Y'all come on, it's
Gregory.
Deion Sandcastle.
Gregory, you want to be a tennis pro. You want to be. I mean, every time we have a show, you got a new career going.
I mean, that's
And
fine.
that's because I'm a natural. I pick up things quickly.
Hey, I mean,
Well,
you only got the rest of your life. You got time.
Well, let's pick
Long
this.
time
Well, let's
now.
come on and pick this up right now. So, let's talk about picking up what they doing. So, okay. So TC Williams, you go there. How do your classmates, teammates, all that? Because you're bringing a lot of notoriety to that school.
Yeah.
How do they handle it?
We definitely handle it pretty well. We try to pass on what we've learned over the years onto them. A lot of people, they will see like, oh, this is TC, and then they'll think, oh, the Lyles brothers. But when we, whenever we try to get the Lyles brothers' name, we try to also incorporate the team. Like, we're trying to get everybody into the whole system. You know, the college coaches will come up to them and be like, hey, I know you might not be able to talk to the Lyles brothers, but we have some great talent down here. We're trying to get everybody incorporated into this whole program. And we definitely want to leave a legacy when we're gone. You know, we're doing these relays now because this is our senior year. National championships are nice, but getting one of your team is the best. You know, we're trying to get the whole team to really catch the idea that this is what we want to be doing for generations, and we want to come back and we want to see that, hey, we're still on top.
Okay, so even though this is pretty nice, because even though track being an individual sport that it is, you guys are definitely individuals, but you guys seem to definitely have that team mentality. Like, you want to incorporate your team, leave a legacy for your team. You know, have your other team members be just as successful as you are. So, and that's pretty awesome, because you don't always see that in today's, especially amongst young people.
Yeah,
When it comes to, like, sports, it's all about me, my brand, my this, my that.
Yeah,
No, we definitely need our team. Me and Noah, we're blessed because we have each other to train with, and which a lot of people don't have. Like to have someone who's pretty much like the best athlete in the country besides you to train with.
That's pretty true.
On a high school level, it's a pretty crazy thing, and it's good. And to have like teammates, and they get to train with us as well, and they get to get that feeling. So like when we go up against big competition, they train with us all the time, and they know how it feels to hurt in a workout, and we hurt right next to them. So they know that everybody is made of flesh and blood and that they can beat anybody. Because I've definitely had some workouts where my teammates ran past me.
Okay, I can't imagine that, but if you say so, I take your word for it. But we're going to stop right here. We're going to take a quick break. But when we come back, we're going to talk about having your brother to train with and where you two are going in the future together, having your brother. So we're going to take a break, and we will be right back.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
You taught him how to hit a baseball. How to hit a receiver. The strike zone. The net. You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you? You know you do. That's why we're here. We're free and here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Picking a college, man. You and us. We go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos. Go to GetSchooled.com.
just saw a video of you, Noah, breaking your record, the indoor 200-meter record. How exciting was that?
It was a dream come true. You know, last year I ran the number 2 all time in the 200, and I'm not really an indoor runner, so it was just like, I gotta get this. I have to get this record. And I was looking for my first national record, and I'm just going through, and you know,
that was only your first national record. I thought you broke your own record.
I've broken many of my own records, but none of them have been national records. I've had a lot of class records. You know, as a junior, I have the fastest junior time, but going in, I was definitely looking for my first national record. And I have a friend who's also going to the college I'm going to, and he has his own national record. And I was like, I gotta get my own. So I was just so excited, you know, going through. I just had a whole plan. I was executing everything, and I was just giving it my all at the end, you know, just.
But you looked effortless. I mean, you looked effortless. The video was awesome.
That's definitely the goal, you know. When you're running, you're trying to look as easy as possible, trying to be relaxed, you know, coming through, and when it's all done, you know, you give that good, that smile,
that's what we saw.
That expression.
Good. Yes.
You know, you made your goal. You got to the end.
Yes, and that picture said it all. I mean, it was so awesome.
You mentioned.
Nope. So before that, we talked about, you mentioned college. Okay, and the two of you.
Well, he mentioned the plan.
But the plan, excuse me.
Was the plan to run fast?
Oh, the plan is always to run fast.
The plan isn't to run fast. The plan is to run faster. We don't run fast. We run faster.
No, but you said you had the plan. You had to execute it. What was the plan? Like, it was 3 to 4 step?
No, it's definitely, you know, me and Josephus were talking. Josephus is my him and Coach Ray Sean are my analysis guys. They go into the lab, you know, they looking at all the videos. They're the guys who come back to me.
Y'all break down video?
Yeah, just like football, just like basketball, just like all this stuff. There are things
race
to look.
video, film, all that stuff.
Get out of here.
You gotta look at it. You gotta look where you come off the curve.
Yeah, that's what you think.
You gotta come off the curve at a certain point, and you gotta like slingshot, and you gotta do all this little stuff.
Yeah, little tweaks.
Just there's a little things that make the biggest difference.
Even in your start, if your butt is too high, you're going straight to the ground. You're not going out.
All right, so going back to the plan on the national record.
Yeah, so they came at me like, hey, I know you're not good at getting out, so we're gonna help you. So what you're gonna do is hug the turn, and when you come out the turn, you're gonna slingshot out. And I was like, I don't think that's gonna work. And it's like, it's gonna work. I did it in the prelims, and I was coming out flying, and I was like, this is gonna work. So we came in, I went in that, I put together my old plan from last year. You know, I came out hard, I went into the turn, come up, that's that slingshot, start the slingshot, you come down, you move to the inside of the lane, and it just whips you down to the end, and you just give it your all at that part.
Now, if you watch the video and you see the video, that's what you see on a bank indoor track. Now, if it would have been a flat indoor track, it would have been a totally different, almost different plan. What do you think we were doing all that time? Just what, twiddly-dee, twiddly-dum?
I thought y'all had to lift weights. I thought y'all just ran.
There's a plan.
I didn't know y'all watched film.
Yeah, we do a lot of things.
We do a lot of things.
Do a lot of stuff.
Now,
Can I
anyway.
get one more in?
No.
Before the college.
No.
It's important.
But
it's important.
It's important. If he says it's important.
All right. Yeah, so, you know, of course you got God-given talent. Okay, what does it take to keep and maintain that level of elite speed? Like, what do you go through? You know, you can't do the regular things high school kids can do, right? Correct?
Yeah, it's definitely.
Or do y'all still do the McDonald's and the junk food like
I was
everybody
saying,
else?
I'm allergic to a McDonald's. That joint gives me headaches on the regular, but I think Justice wants to take this one.
It's insane. Literally, last night, we got home at 10 o'clock at night because we were coming back from our chiropractor. Literally, every day, you know, you got to eat right, you know, get your lean protein, fishes, baked chicken, that kind of stuff. Like 2 vegetables, tons of fruit, tons of water. Don't really drink that much juice, don't really drink that much, well, never drink soda really. All this like stuff that you don't eat or just don't even touch. You know, we get home at like 7 o'clock at night, maybe 8 o'clock if it's a weight room day or something like that. Go do your homework and go to sleep because you're tired. And, you know, it's just like all this work. You know, we go to practice and, you know, Mondays, you know, we call Mondays 450 Mondays because we always do 450 meter like repeats. And it's probably the worst thing in the world. And literally like a day after that, you're dead tired and you just want to go home and like just sleep. and you're like, dang, I got some homework. So you gotta do your homework, and then you fall asleep. But it's just like, so much stuff that goes into it, like treating your body right, going to sleep early because you can't stay up past, like literally getting to bed around 10:30.
That's my bedtime.
Most definitely not trying to go to bed past midnight. Weekends are usually filled with track meets, and if we're not going to track meets, we usually have practice or something.
We sleep.
We sleep. Like, honestly, it's just a lot of stuff that you miss. Like, you can't always hang out with your friends. You can't always do this or that.
No time for girls.
I don't know about that one. Very limited time for
girlfriend.
For what you need.
Again, you're keeping the goal in mind.
Yeah.
The Olympics, you don't have time for the girls. If you're going to be in the Olympics, so stand up on the podium.
You always gotta have to keep the goal in the back of your head. So like, if you're about to do something and you know it's just a little bit wrong, you're like, will this affect me tomorrow? Will this affect me in a month? Will this affect me in a year? Type stuff. And you always gotta keep it in the back of your head.
So make no decision. So speaking of, can I go down?
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of those big decisions, so the two of you have made a big decision to go to school together, college. So you both have received a full athletic scholarship to the University of Florida at Gainesville. Yes, very good. So how is it? Did you always want to go to school together? College?
I think in the back of our minds we did. We didn't really say it out loud because we didn't want to force each other to have to commit to the same thing we were going to. We definitely wanted to be able to be free to make our own decisions. But as time got closer, I think we just realized that the best thing to do would go to a team that helped us get better on both sides, and that we would be together because we support each other in everything we do. Literally practice at home, it's like we're a team, and we need each other's gifts, as my mom says. Our mom is very big in our lives, and she's always talking about how we support each other and we feed off each other to get better and stronger.
Awesome. So when it was come times for recruiting, when coaches would call, did they know right away that, hey, we're a package deal?
They definitely wanted both of us.
Oh, so they already wanted you.
They definitely wanted both of us.
Okay.
But it's actually very funny because when college coaches were trying to recruit us, even though we're a package deal, we're very different.
Okay.
So when they try to recruit us, we pay attention to who treats us like as one person and like who treats us like individually. So when we were talking to Florida, the coach would call both of us individually, different times, talk about different stuff, like all this kind of stuff. Yeah. Like it was like we're individuals versus like a college that would call us up and kind of like
trying to get you like a 2-for-1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you got to work on both of us. You got to get both of us. You got to sell both of us.
Okay, that was interesting. To think about that. Treat them now they're the same.
So you didn't want them to think of y'all as like together, the Lyles brothers.
No.
You wanted to be Josephus. Call me at 6 o'clock. And you ain't want them to say, "Hey, pass the phone to your brother."
Exactly. That's exactly.
No.
It's funny because
it's kind of difficult.
It's funny because it is difficult.
Things kind of difficult.
It is difficult.
But it shows how much they actually want us.
Thank you.
How much are you willing to try to get to know each of us individually and not try to do what's easy?
Gregory, stop playing devil's advocate.
Nah,
you stop doing that.
I've been the coach. Hey, pass the phone to your brother.
That's you.
And then y'all to even contemplate not going to the same school. Are you thinking about your parents? How much difficult that's gonna make your parents try to go to 2 different schools?
I mean, honestly, we probably both stay in the SEC. Not gonna lie.
So y'all want to stay in the same conference?
Yeah.
Which I probably would have. If y'all didn't go to the same school, it would have been the same conference, just at the same school.
Possibly. Yeah. We're looking at a couple of schools. There was definitely that thought where we might possibly go to different schools, especially being that we don't run the same thing. But at the same time, we wanted to go to the same school, and we most of we were pretty sure we were going to go to the same school, honestly. Like it's just hard to split us up. It'd have to be like an insanely good school and like or program to like split me and Noah up.
Okay, and just to get that in real quick. You said that you wanted to be, you wanted to study criminal justice, but you wanted to be a lawyer, get a law, but you don't want to practice law. You just want to have it. You want to have it in your back pocket.
Just something tucked in your back pocket in case someone want to say something.
Yeah,
law degree.
Law degree. Okay, very good. And you said you want to study
going into art.
Yeah, because you actually designed the uniforms that your team wears now, and they're actually quite nice. And we saw them on the video. Well, we will see them on another video a little bit later. But you wore the uniform.
Yeah, I did. It was really exciting. They New Balance made a uniform for us like a year ago, and they were like, "Hey, we want to make another one for you." And we were just sitting around. We were like, "What is this uniform going to look like?" And like, we gotta have it white. We gotta get a different color than just the checkers. And I was like, "All right, so what are we gonna do?" And I just started giving off ideas, and they were like, Yeah, that's good. It's good. And I just kept putting things together, and then luckily I had digital design, and I'm an artist myself, so I just started playing around with it, starting to get into the thing, and I sent it into them, and it came back, and it was basically exactly what it was just really exciting to see my own design.
But we're gonna try to end the interview right now. Do you have anything you want to say since you jumped in on me before?
Let me jump in. Don't put me on the spot.
Make them nervous now.
Make them nervous. Well, anyway, we want to thank you both for being here, Josephus Lyles and Noah Lyles, two Olympic hopefuls for 2016 Rio de Janeiro. We hope to see you both walking in the opening ceremonies. We hope to see you on the podium for your respective races. And we hope to see you. I hope to see you on the SEC network because they all, y'all have your own network.
Yeah, we do. Florida relays right now.
Penn relays. So we'll be seeing you all for a while. Twitter, Facebook. Where can we find you? Where can we see you?
My Twitter handle is at @quarter_horse22, and I have an Instagram at JAY_sprint.
Okay, and we'll be putting that up for the people to see, and you?
Mine is at Lyles Noah for Twitter, and for Instagram, it is Nojo, Nojo 18.
Okay, we definitely want to check your Instagram for more of your designs and things of that nature. All right, so thank you so much for coming.
Ask me for my Twitter.
You don't care about your Twitter.
I mean, I want.
Hey, I might give him a follow back.
We'll talk about you later off camera.
Nowhere.
But anyway, thank you so much for coming. You were great guests, and like I said, we will be looking for you and following you from now until whenever. All right, thank you so much, and thank you all for watching here this time, and hopefully we will see you all again next time. Right, Gregory?
Yep.
All right then.